I'd just like to say that I look like this because I filmed an elf roleplay and I'm sort of bulk filming. So that's why I look ridiculous. The dyed hair is just me, but everything else is the elf. But I thought today I would just do a very chill video talking about my favourite Christmas movies, maybe give you some inspiration of what to watch this year, if there are some that you haven't watched before, things like that. I thought I would go through my top 5 and then do just some honourable mentions of stuff that I like to watch every year and things like that. Because you know there are lots of films that you like watch and you know they're really bad, but they're just like you have to watch them because they're like so predictable and like, do you know what I mean? You know what I mean. So I thought that I would go through my faves and then yeah, got my snowflake lights and my little Christmas boy. And this is just going to be a very chill video. I haven't really planned out what I'm going to say. I do just have a list of my top 5 here. So, I'm not even sure if this is my top 5 favourite, but I'm pretty sure it is. There are probably some that I've forgotten, but that's okay. So, coming in at number 5. Number 5, Feeling Alive. 5 gold rings, baby. Number 5 is The Muppet Christmas Carol. I love this movie. Me and my family, we watch it pretty much every year. We try to anyway. But we haven't been able to some years because we didn't have it, like, we didn't have Disney Plus or we didn't have it on DVD, but now I think we have it on DVD. We don't have Disney Plus right now. But I think we have it on DVD. It's so good. I love musicals. And you know, the Muppets, they love to sing. It's funny. It's just like such a piss take. Like you've got Michael Caine and the Muppets, and I'm pretty sure he said the only reason that he took the role was because his kids would love it, and I think that's really sweet. I think that's the case with Merlin. Like a lot of the guest stars on Merlin said, my kids love the show, so I said yes, and I went on it. It's such a good movie. It never gets old. I genuinely was very creeped out by it when I was younger. Like where Marley and Marley, whoa, that genuinely creeped me out. Like the thought of being dragged down to hell, spooky, and like the ghost of Christmas future, terrifying. Also, what's up with the ghost of Christmas past? Like the weird creepy baby thing, absolutely not. And it's like a thing in my family. All the time we go, even the vegetables don't like him. It's such a funny quote from the film, and it's great. Got Kermit as Bob Cratchit, and the songs. It's only one more sleep till Christmas. We always sing that about the lead up to Christmas. Well, like however many it is, we're like, it's only 10 more sleeps till Christmas. So yeah, that film is just lovely, and we always watch it very close to Christmas. Sorry if you can hear any background noise. So usually like the week of Christmas, or like something like that. So my next favourite Christmas film, number 4. Number 4, it was really hard to choose between 3 and 4. No, I mean 3 and 2. I'm not at that yet. Something in me wants to put this at the 3rd and 2nd spot, but if I'm being honest, it's probably at number 4. But this is one probably not a lot of people would have heard of. It's A Dog Named Christmas. Now it is a Hallmark movie, and those get, are notoriously just like crap and predictable and everything like that. But this film is so sweet, and it stars Noel Fisher, who is one of my favourite actors. And when I first found it on YouTube, and I decided to watch it, and I think it was November, and I just cried through the whole thing. One, because I was in like a really bad place, and so like I was just really emotional, and also because it's a really, really sweet story. It's about this boy. It's not a boy, he's a man, he's in his 20s, and he has, I don't know how they describe it. Hang on, I actually have the book. Let me get the book and I'll read the blurb. Okay, I have the book here. It's like Alexander Kincaid from Wolfblood. Okay. When Todd, a developmentally challenged young man still living on his parents' Kansas farm, hears that a local animal shelter is seeking temporary homes for its dogs during the holiday week, he knows exactly what he wants for Christmas. Animals are Todd's first love, and his persistence quickly overwhelms his father's objections to befriending a canine, a reluctance that proves to have a painful origin. The family takes in a very special animal, and the shelter's Christmas adoption program soon grows larger than anyone had hoped. By the story's end, Todd, with the help of a dog named Christmas, has taught an entire community the transformative power of goodwill and shared love, a lesson for all seasons. Like, what's not to like? I'm going to try and read this book this year, by the way. It's quite short, so I think I can do it, but it's just so heartwarming and lovely. Like, I'm the same as Todd. I love animals so much. They are my everything. I love them more than humans. I care for them so much. And it's just such a lovely film. It's got cows in it. And I saw the cows and I just started crying because I was like really emotional that night. And cows are my favourite animal. I just cried, and there's like a scene at the beginning. And if Noel Fisher cries, I cry. It's like a thing. I can't really cry at the moment because of the hormones I'm on, but it's fine. It's just such a heartwarming, sweet story. There's not too much peril in it or like angst, so you can just chill and watch it and be like, snow and animals and fondue and just let it wash over you, and it's really, really sweet. And Noel Fisher does an amazing job. I'm not sure what I mean, he's described as developmentally challenged, but I don't know if that's a correct term. But I found this in a charity shop, by the way. I don't know how he's developmentally challenged. I don't know. I don't know if he's autistic or what. But I'm autistic, so if he is, that would be nice to see. But Noel Fisher does a really good job of it, and he's really sweet. And he was only like, I think he was 21 when he did the role, so he looks like an absolute baby. I think the film came out in early 2000s, 2009 maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's just so heartwarming. I don't know. It might still be on YouTube. I did buy the DVD. So that's why I watch it, but I don't know, I just freaking love it. It's so sweet. And yeah, it's become one of my favourites now, even though I've only watched it maybe 3 years in a row now. I love it. The next film on my list, like I said, 3 and 2 were really hard to choose between, but I think controversially, I've had to go with my gut. So number 3 on the list, 3, not 1, not 2, but 3, is Nativity. I love Nativity. I remember when it came out, everyone was obsessed with it. We watched it in school all the time, and it was just, it's funny because you are like the same age as the kids in Nativity. Like I was when I first watched it, but they're still like, you're like, oh, look at those dumb kids, even though you are also like the same age as them. And now that I'm almost 20, I can be like, look at those dumb kids. But it's so heartwarming at the same time, and the genius of Nativity is that it's pretty much completely improvised. And that's what they went wrong with Nativity 3. I've seen all the Nativities. 3 is by far the absolute worst. Because they scripted it. And it's just really bad. It's just watching kids act really badly. And the storyline is entirely unrealistic. Like, you take a load of children to New York and the parents are just fine once they get there. Absolutely not. I'd be like, come on, Geraldine, we're getting on a plane and we're filing a lawsuit against this man just as a snow pig. Like, what the fuck? I've only seen it once, but I'm going to watch it again this year because why not? But it's so bad. Nativity 1, however, is a masterpiece. You know, I love Martin Freeman. He does a great job in it. Probably his second best role after Sherlock. It's just so good. And I never get bored of it. I could watch it multiple times a year, you know. Sometimes I do. Yeah, I think we're saving Nativity for closer up to the run of Christmas this year. But I think it's great, and the music in it, so poppy. Sparkle and shine, planets gather round, sparkle and shine. Let's all make a dancing sound. It's something you won't believe. It's the first time ever Christmas Eve. So good. Like, it's brilliant. I don't know if I've ever cried watching it. I probably have. I cry at everything. Not nowadays, but yeah. A year ago, I cried at everything. So, number 2 on my list, maybe a surprise to some people, it is Nativity 2. I know, shocker, I prefer Nativity 2 to Nativity 1, even though the premise is a little bit more outlandish, a little bit more unrealistic. I just absolutely love it. I love it. David Tennant does a phenomenal job as Mr. Peters. I mean, what is not to like? It's still improvised. It's beautiful. The only thing I don't like is like the auto-tune that they put on the singing, and I'm like, they're kids. They're not supposed to sound amazing. And it's very unrealistic that they won the competition, I'm just gonna say. And like, there were only 8 people competing in that competition, even though it was nationwide with a chance of winning a Christmas single. I feel like more people than 8 would have applied, and there was no like what's the word, like audition process or anything. But doesn't matter, I still love the film. Howen Castle. Now it's like a joke. Anytime anything happens, and like it's like mum's like, why didn't you do the dishwasher? And I'll just be like, what song for Christmas? We say that all the time. It's a brilliant movie. The music. I always sing "Counting Down for Christmas" every day. 24 windows to go. I love that one, and they're all just brilliant, aren't they? Like, if we're being honest, okay. For best song, St. Cuthbert's should have won with their joy, 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 joy. Right, because it's phenomenal. Polished, incredible, spectacular, it never been done before. Yeah. But for something that's gonna get number 1, if we're being realistic about what is gonna get number 1 in those days, it would have been Lloyd and the Snow Angels. With Snow Angel. Like, all the teenage girls and the preteens would have been like, Mommy, 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 can we go buy Lloyd and the Snow Angels' new single? And that would get to number 1. I mean, she's my Snow Angel. Yeah. But hey ho. It's a bit of fun, isn't it? I love the movie. The water scene, the raft scene, and the donkey, and just... It's so good. And when he throws the baby in the air. It's just, I love that movie so much. Oh, and it's so heartwarming at the end when he, the babies are born, and then Roderick, puts the other half of the heart down, and then David Tennant's oh god, it's so beautiful. Yeah, if you've never watched any of the nativity films, what are you doing, man? Get on it. They've been out for over 10 years. Watch them now. But yeah, maybe skip 3. 4 is fine. I mean, compared to 3, 4 is Citizen Kane standard. But yeah, 3 is absolutely atrocious. But I will be watching it again this year. 4 is fine. It's got a really, really good singer. He's a really, really great singer as the sort of Mr. Poppy role. I think he's Mr. Poppy's brother. And it's got Ramin Karimnu in it, who I love. And I was like, oh my god, what's he doing here? And it's a lovely little song about a red balloon. And it's got a really nice message about refugees. And I think that's really nice. And Angel Matthews comes back, which is another thing that makes Nativity 2 grow so great. But yes, Nativity 4 is definitely better than Nativity 3. Nativity 3 is trash and can die. It's not even bad Christmas movie. It's just bad, which is really sad. But Nativity 1 and 2 are hard to follow. But yeah, my number one spot on the list, my favourite Christmas movie of all time, is Elf. I love Elf. We have watched it every single Christmas Eve for I don't even know how long. Like, it's a tradition now. Every single Christmas Eve we watch Elf. Sometimes my brother doesn't. Like, he'll be like, I don't want to watch it every year, and he'll go off into his room. But me, my mum, and my dad watch it every single Christmas Eve. And last year we actually had it with like the sweet pasta. We had spaghetti with syrup and chocolate in it and marshmallows. And let me tell you, it was so good. It was amazing. It was phenomenal. And I'm like, we are doing that again this year. If you have never tried it, freaking try it. So good. We ate that whilst we watched Elf, and it was amazing. It was amazing. Elf is just peak comedy. Like, no matter how many times you watch it, the jokes never get old. I don't trust people that don't like Elf. Like, I had a friend, and he doesn't like Elf, and we're no longer friends anymore because he's toxic. No, I love Elf so much. Will Ferrell's great. My mum doesn't like Will Ferrell, but she loves him in Elf. Like, that's the only thing that she can stand him in. It's so funny. Like the fruit spray. He's like, or like just anything. I mean, classic. My buddy, hope you find your dad. You got James Caan. It's. I could not say enough things. And then you've got Zooey Deschanel as Jovi, who is just fucking stunning. And she sings Me Son. I have literally nothing bad to say about the film. Santa's coming. I know him. I actually went to see Santa this year. I went to my old primary school for the Christmas fair, and I went in to see Santa, and almost 20, and I went to see Santa. I spoke to him, and it was great. And the wonder of Christmas is back. But yeah, Elf is fucking phenomenal. You know, you make me feel so young. The date scene is just really sweet, and it's really wholesome, and I feel like we need more people like Buddy in the world, because he's great. Such a good film. I kind of want to get me one of those Elf outfits. That would be fun. He's just such like a warm soul, you know, it's like kind of Paddington vibes, you know, like travelling to a place to try and find family and being very wholesome and not really understanding stuff, and it is Paddington vibes. I love Paddington. If Paddington counted as a Christmas film, they would be up there. Paddington 1 and 2. 2 is better than 1. They're both amazing, but they're not Christmas films. There is snow at the end of the first one, but they're not. But I feel like lots of people watch Paddington at Christmas because they're just very heartwarming. We watch them all year round, like 3 times a year at least, I think, because they're just incredible. So yeah, those are my top 5 Christmas films. Now I'm just gonna do some honorable mentions, stuff that I watch. We recently watched A Christmas Prince, me and my mum, and we literally predicted every single thing that was going to happen before it happened. It's so predictable. It was great. It was amazing. My brother loves those movies, and he was like, you need to watch them. So we're doing that, and we're going to watch the other 2. So, you know, like, those Christmas films are fine. Like, they're bad, but they're like not bad because they're shit, but they're bad because they're just like, you know what I mean? So like those, and like the Princess Switch films, and A Night Before Christmas, like those kind of movies. Also, what's this obsession with marrying a prince or a princess at Christmas? Like, from everything we hear and see, being a royal is just not that great. I would not want that. Why can't it be like, meet a nice guy with a good salary and a very normal life with no royal responsibilities for Christmas? I suppose I wouldn't sell as many tickets, but yeah, we always watch the Princess Switch. They're just amazing. I love that the mask. And they're like, no, we're going to have to whip the berries by hand. And then when they have the competition and they taste it, they're like, the berries could have been whipped a little bit better. But apart from that, and it's like, oh no. But it's just like, so funny to me. There's in Belgravia, which is just like a random place in London, but it's meant to be this magical kingdom. And I love that the universe is like a crossover with Princess Switch and a Christmas Prince. I think that's really fun. A Nightmare Before Christmas would be on my list, except I don't consider it a Christmas movie. I'm pretty sure Tim Burton has said that it is a Halloween film, and I consider it a Halloween film. I watch it on Halloween and not at Christmas. Because, like, I don't watch it and get filled with, like, Christmassy feelings. You know, I watch it and I'm like, that's creepy. You know, you've got Oogie Boogie. Who wants to watch the Oogie Boogie Man at Christmas? Not me. He's terrifying. And, like, most of it is set in Halloween Town with all these creepy slimy things. And most of the songs are about, like, Halloweeny things. And actual Christmas Day is horrific. It's terrifying. When I was a kid, I was terrified by, like, the wreath that came to life and the snake that was, like, eating everything. And, like, terrifying. I do not want to be scared on Christmas Day. Yeah. So, nobody in my family has ever watched Home Alone. I feel like that's a shock to a lot of people, but none of us have ever watched it. And I have zero desire to watch it. Maybe if I'd grown up with it, I would, but I haven't, so I just don't care about it, and I don't want to watch it. Maybe I'll watch it at some point in my life, but I don't care. And there's lots of classics like that I've never seen. There are lots of Christmas specials that I like to watch on Christmas, like the Doctor Who ones, and A Very Supernatural Christmas, and the Ghost Christmas specials, which there's another one this year, which is nice. But, yeah, we don't really watch too much on Christmas. We just sort of find whatever Christmas movie there is and put it on. Like, the other day we watched Last Christmas, which is a pretty good film. And things like that, you know. We're not that big on Christmas movies. But there are just some staples that we have to watch every year, being Elf, Nativity 1, Nativity 2, Dog Named Christmas, and Muppets Christmas Carol. Those are the ones we have to watch. So yeah, I think I'm going to end that here because I've been talking for a lot longer than I meant to. So hopefully I'll edit this out, but let me know what is a Christmas movie like Christmas is not Christmas without that movie. What is that movie for you? Because for me it's Elf. So what is your top Christmas movie or your top Christmas movies? I'd like to know, and yeah, leave some suggestions for movies I should watch. I don't know. And I will see you in my next video for Tinglemas. Bye.